Okay, so it's time to begin Operation 002B, but before we do that, we're having a little trip to the Wonderful Mart to buy some things, most notably the healing guts, because this is a thing that I rather like. It's particularly helpful if you don't want to use items, because basically whenever you use, if you attach it to the Shirogane drive, which is just there, then whenever you use Unite Guts and an enemy hits you, that was me using my fist to say hitting, yeah. I don't quite know why I did that either. It heals you, which is wonderful for not using up items. And it's particularly useful on the final boss of the game, because you just kind of get so much health back. It's wonderful. I mean, it helps on pretty much all of the bosses. There is one manoeuvre which is better, but we'll get to that at a later time. So what we've just done there is mixing. It's basically identical to the concocting compounds of Bayonetta. You've got your 3 different coloured objects. You've got a list of what you can make with them. Then you just got to mix and you're done. There are 2 bottle caps associated with mixing. One is for mixing, I believe it's 30 times. The other is for mixing 100 times, which is a lot. Now that thing that I just mixed is a wonderful card, which allows you to purchase any single item in the Wonderful Mart for free, basically. Which you're going to want to do, if at all possible, because it makes things a lot simpler. Now, I don't know why I decided to buy Ukemi, because I am terrible at pulling it off, but there we go. I just have rather terrible tastes in custom blocks, I think. It's going to improve by the end of the game, don't you worry. Because ones that are probably a lot more useful to you at the present moment are the likes of Speed Charge and probably also Unite Charge, but that one there. So the Speed Charge is the single most helpful one that you can get, because that increases the speed of your Unite gauge, and particularly in linking it to having it in the same kind of loadout as the healing guts. It's a great thing to do. Now, you get a little thing from that. Also, something that I don't know whether I am going to do it or not. I'm being a bit of an idiot here. Basically, you can get something by sending wonderful ones into that hole where the water is just going to pop out right now. Should have done that, but I didn't. Also, once again, make sure you frequently change up your wonderful ones so that you are making use of speeding up their levelling up process. Also, I remember in one of the very early trailers for the Wonderful 101, this slide was shown off right at the end, and it was just like, what the hell is going on? This game is wonderful. And right there we got Wonderful Stinger, which I don't get that much use out of. It's probably not one of the most helpful skills to learn, but it can work. More so with a later Unite Morph than what we've got right here, but it certainly does work. Now, I don't quite know what I'm doing. I think I'm thinking that there's something somewhere that I can grab and just know. Just gotta run all the way down. So, as you can see, you can run up the slide if you want to, which is fun. Also, do make sure that you have to go down the slide to get down, but it is linked to a bottle cap, so make use of it. Also, look at these, this Chudogu and Yoo-hoos. Just getting in the way. Like, guys, seriously? Also, this particular area of the game is frustrating because of a certain secret mission that we are going to be running towards rather soon. It's probably one of my least favourite secret missions in the game that's not a Kaku Rega, because it's just infuriating. Now, I hope you have purchased Unite Ball at this point, because it is going to give you access to a Hero Heart fragment, which obviously you wouldn't. And if you've been following along, by this point you should have a full Hero Heart! There are more, don't you worry, but getting at least one Hero Heart is great news. Now, I really don't know what I'm doing right now. There is the constant desire to make sure I don't miss anything, and frequently gets the better of me. Now, standing around here is... we actually have two wonderful ones in the space of not a lot of space. Like, they were literally standing right next to each other. We have Wonder Wonderland and Wonder Piero. It's just like, blooming heck. They're just everywhere. Now, this Ferris wheel, you are going to need to sort out to progress. However, it is also involved in one of the bottle caps, as you will see in a second. So basically, after you have set it to actually work, make sure that you send all of your wonderful ones into the Ferris wheel before you get on, because that will mean that you get the "Can we take the day off?" bottle cap, which you basically get for having all of your wonderful ones enjoy all of the fairground attractions in this operation, which is just those two at the start. It's slightly depressing that kind of it's just that, but oh well. Now, funny story, when I was first playing the game, I can't quite remember what happened, but I know for a fact that I tended to kind of end up playing a lot of the levels again immediately after I'd played them, because I don't quite know why. But this level is actually the first place that I found a glitch. I don't quite know what caused it, but essentially what happened was that I got stuck in the Unite Morph drawing mode, and it was just like, I don't know what's going on right now. And I couldn't get out of it until I reset, which was irritating. Thankfully it's not as bad as one glitch, which was very, very bad for anyone who did get it. Well, actually no, I think there were two. One was that it sometimes became impossible to get wonderful figure, I believe it was 24. Find it kind of right into the middle of the game. But then there was another one which meant that you ended up getting stuck on a loading screen. I can't quite remember what it was, but yeah, it was bad. And then thankfully Platinum Games did patch it, so that doesn't happen anymore, but that doesn't mean that there aren't the odd glitch here and there. Thankfully nothing quite as bad as that. Ah, wonderful. It's a space amoeba. Yuck. Now, I'm pretty sure that this has got some link to the boss of the Water Temple in Ocarina of Time, because I seem to recall that being very much a similar watery, gelatinous blob. Slash, I believe that even that was called an amoeba, that had a core that you needed to get to. Either way, the only way that you can defeat the Geathjerk successfully is by utilising Unite Sword, because you need to attack its innards, basically, and the only way that you can reach inside its innards is by using Unite Sword. I mean, already you can see the toll that the healing guts is having on my Unite gauge. It's frustrating that it makes it so slow to load up, and for so long I didn't realise that that was the problem. I was just like, oh, it can't be that. I don't know why it's going so slow and why I'm having such trouble using Unite Morphs. It's because I've been using healing guts for so long, which is really bad, but these things happen. Also, here's the damn secret mission that causes me so much grief. So you have to deal with a hoedown and 2 raydowns in this area, and it's nigh on impossible to see what all of them are doing at once. I believe this precise location is literally the only place that you can see all 3 at once, and even then, that's not a guarantee that you are going to be able to successfully take them down. I mean, just look at that. It's like, seriously, guys. You expect me to be able to deal with this all at once? It's just mean. Thankfully, kind of, you do only have to do this once on each difficulty setting, but oof. That's another one of the things I'm just like, guys, why? It's like, you let me just beat things once on Bayonetta. Why couldn't you just let me do the same here, please? Thankfully, the damn thing is nearly over. It seriously is one of my least favourite missions because it does suffer from the I can't see everything that's going on. What do you expect me to do? Either way, thankfully, this entire mission is actually really, really short. Because we're already basically halfway there. So we run over to this bridge bit here. We have another wonderful one that we can unlock. And if you look at her rather carefully, you may notice that she's rather familiar. Got the blue dress, the blonde hair, the circular glasses. That is indeed Wonder Cheerleader, who is also Sylvia from Beautiful Joe. Or at least a massive reference to her. There is actually a quick time event that you can fail. Either in this operation or the next one, so 2C, in which if you fail it 10 times, you'll be able to hear Wonder Pink speaking to Wonder Cheerleader, and in that particular QuickTime event fail cutscene, there is a massive Beautiful Joe reference, and also Wonder Cheerleader is voiced by exactly the same voice actress as Sylvia, which I just find quite awesome. Either way, here we have another Kaku Rhaegar, and this one is a bit of a dick, really. So you have two absolutely wonderful Geathjerks. I believe they're Geathjerks. Actually, I don't know whether we've actually come up against these guys officially yet. Either way, obviously, spikes on the front means that you can't hurt them until you've taken the spikes off. And having a limited number of Unite Morphs obviously makes that rather difficult. Thankfully, you are given 30 Unite Morphs, so do make use of them. Because 30 is a lot. Like, you seriously have to do something wrong if you can't defeat these guys in 30 Unite Morphs. Because, I mean, if you work hard enough, you can effectively kill them in one Unite Morph. Also, making use of the items around does make things easier, apart from hitting these bloody dogus. Either way, it's another Kaku Rhaegar done. Let's continue.